Let's go through the books that I plan to read in July. I typically try to keep it to 8 books at most, which I obviously go over that every single month, but if I keep it to 8 books on my TBR, then I don't get too overwhelmed. However, this month, I think we're just gonna have to break that because there are so many books that I want to get to. Starting off with Crown Me Dead and Crown Me Yours by Liv Zanders. These are both relatively short, so I am going to count this just as one book. I'm very excited to get to these books. I have seen that they are absolutely gut-wrenching and make people cry, and they're dark gothic fantasy romances, so they're speaking to me. And I'm gonna try to pick up Daddy Issues by Kate Goldbeck. I've had this book for so long and I have not read it, and I really need it off of my physical TBR. I have The Broken Places by Mia Sheridan. This was on my TBR from last month and I didn't get to it, and I am trying to read more thrillers. I am putting this back on my TBR for this month and it will be made more of a priority. Same thing with Severed Heart. This was on my TBR for last month as well. However, she's thick and I knew there was no way I was going to finish her by the end of June. So hopefully we can get to her in July. Then I'm going to pick up The Bright Years by Sarah DeMoff. This is more lit fic, which I have been really enjoying lately, so I'm excited to get to this. Then we have Please Don't Go by E. Salvador, and I have wanted to read this book since it released. However, I just got my copy not that long ago, so we will be reading it very soon. And I'm finally going to read Daggermouth by H.M. Wolf, simply because the audio finally released, and this is a very large, thick book, and I was terrified to eyeball read it. So I'm going to obviously listen to it on audio, and I'm very excited. Then in our book club, we are going to be reading Nightshade and Daybreak by Autumn Woods. I read Nightshade long time ago before it got popular, so I'm very excited to finally have the sequel, Daybreak. Then I would love to pick up In Stormy Weather by Chelsea Curto. I have just recently gotten into Chelsea Curto and reading her books, and I love her writing, so I'm very excited for this. I am terrified of severe thunderstorms and tornadoes. I am always watching a radar when those are coming, so I feel like I have gotten a lot of knowledge from that, and I'm excited to read a book that's going to reflect storm chasers. And then I'm doing a buddy read with my bestie girl, Jada. We are going to be reading A Stark View by Alexis Patton. I'm so excited for this. Fingers crossed that I will be able to get to all of these and some, because there are so many good releases coming out in July. Let me know what books you guys are going to be reading and if they're the same as any of mine.